looks like the pace setter at the minute, and quite a gap. Andy putting a good lap at the end there too, so... Okie dokie. I am about to head over to the private chat shortly. I'll be back between if I need to. But I mean, obviously, final round of the season. We've got the best of the best in this lobby right now. Just respect one another. Give each other the room to race. You're going to have a laugh at this circuit. This is a proper GT3 circuit, this one, boy. So you will have fun doing it. Of course, if you can, check the stream out. Leave it a like. It's going to help promote this big time. There are going to be a full lobby. Their invites have been sent out, so don't worry about it. But again, I'm going to be jumping into a private party. It just makes things so much easier for me. So again, boys, you're the best of the best. Go show everybody why you are that way. Again, home and any new guy in the lobby, just be respectful, keep it clean, and we'll see you after qualifying. Good luck, boys. Thank you for joining us on the stream too. We're just about to make a private lobby up. And the YouTube stream, we'll just get this going. Here we go. Right, sweet, and we're sorted. And we are away for round 10, the final qualifying session of the season. It's been an absolute cracker. We've had non-stop action from start to finish. I thank every single one on the channel for joining us. Do get involved in the chat. Do leave us a comment. Also, if you can help, support the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe. We're over 100 subscribers now and growing rapidly. Of course, hit that like button. It will help us get more eyes on the league, more people watching, the better it is for everyone involved. And of course, we'll try and get back to as many comments as possible live on the stream. Thank you everybody so far for commenting. Let's get the stream up and see how we are. We're currently watching Jasko, our current GT3 Season 2 champion. He's been absolutely outstanding from start to finish in the red-black Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Absolute challenge he has been all season long. Obviously missed one round, I believe. Okay, was it maybe the at Laguna Seca? Massive congratulations, as he is now a proud father and a dad. And we absolutely love that year that Robin's racing. So congratulations to Jasko on the baby. Massive congratulations to the wife. Good luck with your family, buddy. We've got Leo. Jasko is a beast. He is indeed. And Moby. Have fun. Keep. We've got Kemba there. Good luck, gents. A lot of support on the chat right now and a lot of love. Urge you all, get involved. Demobi, Lambo Chica, smiley face. It does look that way at the minute. A lot of guys have swapped to the Lambo, especially to the end of the season. We take a look on board with Scotty. That's not a red Ferrari anymore. Quick look at what Andy's up to. That's not another red Ferrari anymore. Andy coming around the stadium section. About to head to this sud curve, turn 16, an absolute nightmare, especially when you're on the limit. Car likes to get round you. Leo, the AMG is at least as good. It is. It's one of the quickest in a straight line. 1000%. We are still on board with our man from Watford here. Andy, of course, is 6 points behind Uniclark in the standings. There's a real chance he could challenge for fourth in the championship. These boys so close with one another. It's it could go either way. There's so much to play for. There's so much to drive for. Every position is going to count tonight for them. And we'll have to see how the evening plans out. I'm pretty sure we'll start getting our first time soon as we're watching the man from Watford charge down into the heavy braking zone, into the hairpin, turn 6. Tackles that pretty well. We'll go on board with him actually as he comes into turn 7 and turn 8, Mercedes. So coming to turn 7 now, into Mercedes now arena. There you go, turn 8. Tricky one on the exit. Little bit of curve there, good apex hit. Into turn 9 and exit at turn 10. Little lift. Just to try and pull the car through now. Coming into the Melbourne 1 curve. It's a tricky one, turn 11. Downshifted twice there, trying to pull the car through. Good exit. No curb use. Into turn 12. Sash. little bit of banking there helps to turn the car around. Now this is tricky, 13, 14, 15. The banking, the curves here like to throw you off. So you're looking at the exit now, this one, into turn 16. The Sud curve, in my eyes, one of the most hazardous one. Little dab of the power now. Currently no lap time set, 1:38.7 to beat across the line. What will it be? Now, you must have gone wrong somewhere in the lap, ladies and gentlemen. No lap time set. So at the minute, we are on board with RK Home, a replacement driver tonight, helping to fulfill and fill in for the GT3 drivers. He's certainly got the potential as Home to run at the front with the best of them. He's a good online racer, always clean, always respectful. So it's great to have him in with us tonight as he exits turn 6. The hairpin beautifully. He has a car up front. I think that may be it's Scotty, so might get a little tow from it. Oh, it might be a detriment to him too. Currently, Jasko, no time set yet, so some of the boys are not enjoying the track limits here. We'll go on board with Home, actually. You can see the Lambo in front. Exit in turn 9, turn 10. Little lift, trying to get the car to behave. Come into the Mobile 1 curve now. So yeah, you start to lose downforce at this point, but he's currently a full second up on his best. It's not going to see him jump first place with Luke Bennett, the Pro Sports driver from Birmingham, but we'll see him improve. These tyres are going to warm up the further and further it gets on. Just look at how much ground he made up on the Fury in front in the black. And, sorry, Scotty in front. Now, of course, Scotty car change tonight. Again, change from the Prancing Horse, the 488 to the Raging Bull. This is where Home might get a little draft from it. So across the line, a 140 and a 138.5. He did definitely get a boost from Scotty in front there. So back with Scotty, who came across the line himself with a 139. So good lap time there from our Welsh driver. Our man from Swansea, showing it how it should be done. Now on board with Nicky, a new GT3 driver. Also very welcome to the league. Home of Silverstone. He's currently 11th in the championships and only 12 points behind Johnny, who's not in tonight. So this could be Nicky's chance to get in the top 10 of the standings. Of course, this is our final round of the season, so if Johnny could do that, it'd be such an achievement as he rides the curves of the North Curve there, living dangerously. There's maybe Andy behind him, I'm not sure. We'll have a little look. It is Andy, onto the brakes at the hairpin. See what his exit's like, of course. You need the exit out of turn 4 here, just to carry all the way down the parabolica. So I'll go on board with him now. See what sort of speed he's doing when he comes down to the heavy braking zone of turn 6. 150s into 6th gear. So we're looking at 160 into the heavy braking zone now. 160 from the Lambo, so definitely stretching its legs there. That's Jasko, just a little bit behind, who hasn't currently set a time yet, so unusual to see. Just go a bit wide out of turn 6 there, so hopefully no slowdown involved. Back with Travin, who is behind too. That's a perfect example. Another shining bright diamond of the leagues. He's been a great introduction to women's racing. Really shone, really driven well. It's good to have him in. Where's the NSX going to fall? Of course, I spoke to Alex and his mechanics earlier on tonight, and they've pretty much said they just don't want to be last. Then his objection was not to get lapped. Well, I don't think there's any danger of him getting lapped, but we'll see if Alex can manage to keep himself from the back of the grid. He is in a slightly underpowered NSX, but again, this track are very much a compromise. You've got a massive power circuit where you've got the long straights and whatnot, but then you come into the tricky Mercedes arena, into Satches, the Mobile 1 curve, where that NSX should come into its own a little bit. So I think Alex and his mechanics slightly playing down tonight. Of course, Alex not a regular GT3 driver at all, but he tends to go well in most of the cars he does. He's our British driver from Norwich. Done no practice, but he's aiming not to be last. Ran very well this week in the first night light Formula Rookies at Brands Hatch. So no time set. We'll go on board with him as he comes through this tricky turn 16, the Sud curve, and see what sort of time he sets. I'm not sure if he's actually on a lap at the minute. Across the line, goes 11th, so that's good to see. Man there from Norwich, not last. Back with the man of the hour, it is Jasko VR coming into turn 6, the hairpin, and he's putting a blind over lap, and he gets it all wrong on the exit of turn 6 there. So he managed to reset, but on a 1:37.6. Currently has 8 attempts. The Home was about to come across the line. Does he improve? Doesn't look like it this time. So he will wind up that AMG and he will go again. And he just exit in turn 6, the hairpin as well. So it's all relatively close between these guys. I mean, there's 2 tenths separating second to fourth at the minute. A bit of a gap back with Scotty, Nicky, Bruce, but look how close they are together. There's another 1 to 2 tenths separating those boys. And again, it's a testament to Rubbins Racing. It doesn't matter where you are on this grid, there will always be racing. Whether it's at the front or at the back, they will all race as hard as they can. And hopefully Smithy no slow down out the exit of Suda Curve there. The race director for turn 16 is an arsehole. He will give you it slightly out of bounds, but he's mastered the Nord curve there. Turn 1, very good line through there. Jasko into the pit. Scotty just exiting into turn 2. Tricky braking zone, turn 3. Remember to get the power on properly through turn 4 to carry it all the way down. We should get a split time up here. And we don't for some reason. Hopefully they'll come up shortly. We can see what Smith is up to, but currently on a 140 on 8. Not his most preferred class, much like Luke. And definitely Champ, who's currently not set a time yet in his Lamborghini, but where is he? Just exiting turn 4 to come up the parabolic, and he'll have that Audi in front of him. We'll have to go roof cam and see what his speed's like. We've got a 150 out of Andy, so I think it may have been a bit more actually, the 157, something like that, to that effect. So Champ with a 160, yeah, 161 from Champ there. It was about a 160 with Andy too, so a bit further. Just in front is Fury, of course. Champ hasn't set a time yet, and we will fill the lobby up. We're waiting on Daphnia and a couple of other boys, Uniclat, to show up and fill in the lobby. Maybe we're missing for the sprint, but stick with us on the YouTube channel, because we will have, after this 20-minute sprint race, we'll have a reverse grid for our feature. So this means all the fast guys that finish on the sprint will be at the back of the grid. We'll do double the laps. All the fast guys will have to try and get through the field here. And as I've been saying all week, this is a proper GT3 circuit. This one is. The boys are going to enjoy themselves fully when they come into here. Here's Fury coming into the heavy braking zone. Does a good job. Bit tentative on the exit, but to be expected. Home now 8 tenths behind a 138.3. Jasko 137.6. He really has that Lambo tuned up pretty well. Scotty at the minute, definitely some improvement from being in the Ferrari, you have to say. With a 138 only being 2 seconds off the lead there of Jasko, and as I say that, Champ's just popped in a time and has managed to get himself in the top 5, so our Pro LMP1 champion of Season 2 is really shining at the minute in the Lambo. Just trying to put a bit more heat into those tyres. And Jasko's out the pit again. Luke comes across the line now, gains a 10th on home, so he takes second. Luke will start on the front way of the grid if the times stay the way they are. We shall see as we're watching Nicky exit Mercedes. 9 and 10 now, we'll go on board with him if we can. Into the Mobile 1 curve, turn 11. Tricky one. Does he downshift twice? Just the once. Speed up there, see what he's actually doing. 3rd gear through there, so. Well, he seems to be slowing right down. Maybe trying to sort his tyres out, put a bit of heat into them, so definitely on an outlap. Bruce Law in the magnificent livery. Yeah, there you go. We're watching home get out the way of Bruce. Bruce doing a fantastic job, our British driver from Chester in the Beamer M6 there. Bruce again, 11 points behind Dubar in 7th, and Dubar not here tonight, so with some good results. Could see himself drag his way up the championship stand and could potentially challenge for 6th and 5th. See how he goes. A good lap by Bruce there. He knocks Champ out the top 5. He is in 5th. Well, good lap. Under a 140 and way under a 140. 139. Fantastic job. A little further back. Let's have a look what Javin's up to. Smithy into the pit. Currently on a 140.8. Been playing around with setup all week for the Lambo, so not quite there with it, but expecting good things when it comes to the race. A lot of the boys that don't qualify too well have a really good racecraft. We're expecting Alex to definitely make up some places as we go. 2 minutes to go now, and Alex is way out there on the exit, and it looks like Fury's got some traffic behind him. I think that looks like Traven and possibly Andy. I'm not sure there. Let's have a look. No, it's not Andy. It's not Traven either, so I was way off with that one. Smithy going way out wide there. Tricky one out of turn 2. Andy across the line, sitting in P4 at the minute. These boys with only the dying end of the qualifying session coming up with a 1:30 left on the clock, so these boys may be 1 lap in it. And this is it. This is for all the marbles now. Currently, Jasko VR is sitting in P1, and with quite a considerable distance from our man from Birmingham, Luke Bennett, 7 tenths behind. Again, this is not Luke Bennett's preferred class by a long shot. Struggles to get on with the GT3 class, but has managed to find a bit of time in that car. So stay on board with Jasko now as he enters the Mercedes. See what sort of exit he gets out of 8, 9 and 10. As smooth as you like, our Bosnian driver there. Leads the way in the championships for 57 points from Leo, who again is not here tonight, but a big shout out to Leo for all the help he's done during the league. We have the standards. Our Brazilian driver representing well in the AOR league, so massive shout out to Leo from the Runs Racing community. Jasko now just exiting the sector 3 through turn 15, now into turn 16. Tricky one, as I say. Too much curb on the right and it throws you off, and too much curb on the left, it ruins your lap. Jasko across the line. He does improve, not by a lot, but does improve. The only person at the minute really, Luke at the minute, we should get a sector time coming up here. So what sort of lap he's on? Do we get one come up? Unfortunately we don't. Last lap of the race, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is up for all the marbles now. Nicky into the pit, Champ into the pit, Andy's now into the pit, so let's go aboard with Luke. He has got a car in front, we're going to have to go roof shot. Don't know if Fury's going to affect his downforce too much through this section, but seems to have it set up well. Let's see what he's like through turn 16 now. Doesn't take a lot of curb, the exit is tricky and it can ruin your whole lap. Hopefully Luke didn't get too out wide there, but across the line. And he's not there. Where is Herman all? It's currently sitting P3, 8 tenths behind, but only attempts to find, ladies and gentlemen, and he could get on the front row of the grid. So this is for all the marbles now, into turn 13 and 14. Ooh, 15. Pit just on the right, ladies and gentlemen, into turn 16, the suit curve. Tricky one, onto the power now. Be careful not to put all 4 tyres out on the left hand side, across the line with a 138.3. 138.4, look at that, look how close that was to being on the front row of the grid. That was some fantastic close racing there at the end. You can't separate these boys, so close. Again, thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel. Zops says, hello Zops, thank you for joining us, buddy. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Leo, where is Ubar tonight? Ubar away, personal issues, so we wish him well and hopefully he can get back as soon as, but his Merc's being represented tonight there by Home, so that's good to see. I think Trevor's just about coming up on the end of his lap too. He has 30 odd seconds to get across the line, so he is going to be able to set a lap. So currently on a 140, is he just... What he's doing there, ladies and gentlemen, is just testing out where the pit lane is. He's just testing out the braking points. Very wise thing to do. It looks like Fury is on an out lap too. So it looks like we've got the start of our race, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have Jasko VR and Luke front row of the grid. And believe me, it's only a short burst from the grid. It's 310 metres from where they're going to be sat to the first corner. And it's a difficult one. You cannot go side through there. So hopefully we get a good clean getaway from the boys. Again, all the guys that are mid-pack, they're going to have to be on the brakes super early, but it looks like, well, I say it looks like, it is going to be Jasko VR that takes away the extra point for the fastest qualifying lap. Closely followed by Luke, who's even closely followed by Home there in the end. So we're about to get going here, ladies and gentlemen, of our first race of the night, round 10. The boys are going to put the fuel loads in, they're going to get them brake ducts opened up with the radiators. A lot of stuff going on now, getting out of qualifying mode. So take a look on board there. We have the Lamborghini of Jasko VR and Luke Bennett, the Pro Esports driver from Birmingham, on the left hand side of your screen in the Audi R8. It's a tough one because the Audi goes well here, but Luke does not get on with the GT3 category car, and Jasko's a proven winner this season. He's been there on the pace constantly. A little look back, and Home be the dark horse in this one. Andy swapped over from the Ferrari, and he's such a season of ups and downs. He really has. He could have really been in the fight if it weren't for a few bad setups there. Bruce again, he's had a few ups and downs as well. It's good to see him involved, and we've got Champ there, our pro LMP1 driver, the GT3, a different beast. Scotty in the Lamborghini from the Ferrari, so that'll be another thing we'll have to keep our eyes on tonight. Nicky there in the Audi, representing from Silverstone. Trevor also in the Audi, see how they're getting away. Smithy, always a welcome sight. Again, a little small for the sprint, but we'll get it filled out. The console in the NSX, representing the Honda there, and Fury backing up the back of the grid in the Lamborghini. So back to the front now. And a massive welcome to the Rubbins Race in 2019, round 10, Hockenheim, Germany. Thank you for joining us. You're in for a treat tonight as our pro GT3 drivers take to this famous Hockenheim GP track. The gates show a sellout crowd tonight of 120,000 as race fans packed into the 4.5 kilometre track. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Into turn one. Can we keep it clean and respectful into the notch curve? We've got Jasko on the right, Luke on the left. We'll have to see how this one unfolds. We are green light for the sprint race. The last round of the season. Looks like Audi's got a great start from the back there, but Jasko definitely with a good jump. It looks like Luke's trying to drive around the inside, and it looks like Holmes has got that position, and Luke's sideways. Luke's going to have to go in again, but Luke's sideways, and he's going to have to rejoin at the back of the track. It looks like Holmes there, trying to weigh up Jasko. Is side by side of him, but he's not going to be able to hold that line. A little further back now. The boy's getting very sideways with the console Smithy and Line's foot, but we'll go on board with him. Have a look what's going on. Oh, we've got a car going round. Is that Smithy backwards? I'm not sure. It's not Smithy backwards. We'll go on board. Bumper onto the roof now. Let's see if we can see anything a bit further up. Nicky following Bruce. Andy into third. Look at Home and Jasko onto the brakes. It's a battle into the hairpin. We'll have to go trackside now. Looks like they all got it sorted out. We have got the console and... ooh, was it Luke side by side? The boys are so close to one another. Luke P10 now, but Luke getting so sideways out the corner. He's got the talent to get back on it. Bruce now into the Mercedes, turn 8. There's so much action going on, ladies and gentlemen. Want to keep with the racing as well. Look at this. Smithy, Fury, all side by side. The console comes back around and hits Smithy by total accident. Hopefully them boys can get going again. There's racing all over the field at the minute, ladies and gentlemen. Back with the race leaders, and Nicky's found himself through circumstance in P5. With Bruce closely following Andy. Can Andy keep it together tonight with the rain to see? That back end proving difficult there for our man from Watford. Look at Bruce having a look at Andy on the way into turn 15. He's looking racy tonight, and Andy's got very wide. They're side through the suit curve. Turn 16, Bruce looks like he's going to have the power to drive around the outside. Into turn 1, the notch curve. Bruce has done it. What a line there by our man from Chester. Wow, and in the background there we've got Luke, Fury, and it seems like Champ coming up on the back end. Oh, the console very wide through that section of track. I said it was dangerous. Nicky now has got Traven all over the back end of him. The boys managed to keep it clean. They do indeed. Let's have a look at the speedo as they come through this section of track. It looks like we've got a bit of fighting up ahead. Bruce and Jasko, look at where Homer's gone, ladies and gentlemen. He has gone. There's so much fighting going on here. And Andy's going to have a little nibble at the strip scene too. They're not going to go free wide. They're surely into turn 6. Not free wide. It looks like they are, you know. Andy gets onto the brakes. Super early there, trying to avoid Jasko, and he's compromised his line, running out the curve now. What's Luke up to? Luke having a look on the inside of Fury. Does Fury see him? I don't think he gave him too much room for the exit of that curve, but we'll have to stay on board with him. These boys need to be respectful of one another. Fury holding the line on the outside. Luke on to the inside now. Fury's going to have to present. Fury's gone round. Hopefully he doesn't collect. Luke just misses the back end of him. That was so close. The console now fighting with Smithy. That'll be key to keep on top of. Into the Mercedes section. Back with the racing now though. And look at this. Andy's got a crank shot of Bruce and Jasko fighting one another. Let's go on board with Bruce now as they enter the sashes at turn 13, 14 and 15. Jasko falling behind Home here, but Home not having to defend from anyone, and just in the rear view you can see the yellow Lamborghini of Andy there. Fantastic, as you were for that section of track, and Traven's got a good view of Venapi and Andy. Is Nicky going to have a go? It looks like Andy's gone a little defensive into turn 1. Can you blame him? How much curb will these boys use? Back on the racing line though. Let's have a little look back. What's Luke up to? He must be side by side with Scotty there, and he is. Scotty tucks back up behind. What's Fury up to? Fury has the Smithy and the console. Oh, Smithy gets super wide. Hopefully we don't lose our man there from Scunthorpe. Hopefully it keeps it going in the right direction. But Bruce now is definitely a bit of a gap opened up there. Jasko with a better run through there, but looks like Jasko's managing to maintain the couple of second gap there. 2.5 seconds it is at the minute, ladies and gentlemen, on to lap 3 of this 20-minute sprint race. Into the hairpin. We're going to have to go trackside. Traven get it stopped. Just about. That was so close. Bruce is really onto the back end of Jasko now. So again, ladies and gentlemen, some great places to catch the action. He's on board with Bruce. Great places to catch the action on track. Corners such as the Mobile 1 curve and the always tricky turn 1, the notch curve. Take as much curve as you dare, boys. This is going to be a classic. Bruce getting a little bit wide on the exit there. So, ladies and gentlemen, round 10, our finale, round of a successful season 2, and we still have a few things to sort out. Our battle all between 3rd to 6th. Jasco gets very wide on the exit there in the championship. Those boys are so close, every position counts tonight. So the likes of Definio, Scotty, Uniclack, Andy, they have it all to do. It's all to play for. We'll look a bit further back. It looks like Travin's gone up on the back end of these boys. Jasco VR has been sublime all season. This is our current Season 2 champion. Take a little look back at Bruce. Just losing touch a little bit, but still in the draft there of the Lamborghini. As I say, he's been sublime absolute all season. He's our current GT3 Season 2 champion of the Women's Racing 2019 League. And he does not need to win tonight, but you just know he'll be gunning from it from the off. Bruce a little way out the exit there, and I've said it before, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll say it again. A big thank you to our staff team here at Women's Racing. There's so much stuff you don't see to make sure and ensure that all our drivers and community have the best possible experience. Without them, we'd not run as many leagues or run the Discord and website. So from me and every other RR member, thank you, the console, Ubar, Lecky, Murph, Kembo, Andy, Definio, Demobi, Smithy, and if I'm missing anyone, apologies. From a PSN group, so we'll have to take a look further back, Travin's very close. There's a PSN group of racers looking for clean lobbies to being the 3rd largest Project Car 2 YouTube channel for sim racing is very humbling. I've enjoyed watching the family grow. We're now over 100 subs on the YouTube channel, so we'll plug that sub and like button if you're watching. So proud of the whole community and for the continued support and love we continue to get week in, week out. Thank you guys, you all know who you are. Fantastic racing going on here. Bruce within a couple of attempts now. Jasco, is Jasco falling off? Now that gap has gone from 2.5 to 3.5 seconds, so looks like Home has managed to pull another second on it. It is all to do now. Leo, whoa, Jasco not having his best race. He's definitely struggling here compared to that. Home has got some wicked pace going on. We're just looking in the background, there's that gap's opening up here. Andy's sort of closing up to Nicky in front. Nicky being very clean in the Audi around here. Of course, Nicky, new to the league, home of the Silverstone driver. Into turn 6 there, trackside. Andy a little deep into that corner there. I don't know if that'll compromise him too much. Bruce seems to have caught real up on the back now of Jasco. Keep a look on the right hand side, ladies and gentlemen, of that dial. 160 mph coming up on into the draft. 162, hard on the brakes, as our American driver Kembo likes to say. Fantastic. You can literally hear the full max capacity crowd tonight of 120,000 people screaming as they come out this section of track. In the background we've got Andy, Traven, Nicky, even Luke catching. Luke had a mare on lap 1 and on lap 2, has stuck with it and has closed the gap. We're watching Champ and the console side by side. Again, speaking to the console's mechanics earlier on, and the console tries to the undercut. Slight little touch between them both coming around the corner. It's 50-50. I think the console, yeah, they're both on side by side, so they're both giving each other the room to race. Ooh, that was a little naughty, that Champ, cutting off the nose of the console. So the console finding it tricky to find a way around the Pro LMP1 champion. All the while, Bruce is closing the gap on Jasco VR. Jasco looks like he's on a Sunday drive at the minute, and that gap has increased. It's now over another second. We've got 4.5 seconds to the race leader, who is RKT Home at the minute, doing a cracking job. It's great to have him in the lobby with us, ladies and gentlemen. He's obviously not a regular here, as we're watching the console, and Champ goes side by side through Satch into turn 13 and 14. They're still side by side, and that was inevitable. They both touch. Hopefully they both can get it going again. Side by side through turn 12 to 13 and 14. Slight touch through that section of track. It's difficult to go single file down there as we're watching Bruce into the slipstream of Jasco. Jasco gets such a good exit out of 4, carries it all the way down the parabolica. Slight kink there, you're watching turn 5 into turn 6, heavy braking zone. Bruce doing a hell of a job tonight as our British driver from Chester has said. Again, 11 points behind Ubar in the championship. Ubar not here tonight. His Merc is being represented with some good results. Currently 3rd at the minute, guys. He's on for really challenging the top guys in the championship. Andy, of course, he's in direct challenge with him. Andy sitting in P5. Let's go on board with our man from Watford here. He's hunting down Nicky, and you've got to say, Nicky is impressing. Bit of a dodgy camera angle, that one. I thought Nicky had gone very wide through that section of track, and it looks like Andy, lap by lap, is creeping up. Last time around, though, Nicky was 2 tenths faster. Look at this into the stadium section. Jasko covering the line, making sure Bruce has nowhere to go. Again, if you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, leave us a like. Hit that subscribe button. Help us promote the channel, get as many eyes as possible. Ooh, look how sideways he went. I think even Bruce had to make a correction coming out of the curve. Short blast of 310 metres now into the Notch curve. We drop down gears, he does. Drops down the 1 into 4th. Rides the curve on the exit. Good line through there. Leo, Bruce and Nicky are having an impressive race, and I have to agree with you there. Leo Cross, 2nd in the championship. I'm not sure it's mathematically possible for Dauphinio to challenge him, especially missing this one, and we're watching the Hayes descent now. Bruce way into the draft. Could this be it? That M6 is going to try and stretch its legs now. Will Jasko cover the line? Through the parabolic at turn 5. It looks like Bruce is having a nibble. Jasko does go to defend the line, so he can't move back. And Bruce, is he going to try drive around the outside? That would have been a move and a half. Slight touch there with man from Chester. Gets going again. No harm, no hard foul. Andy now is really on the back end of Nicky. Travon, of course, is here to pick up any pieces. But look at this. Luke has got by Travon there. We missed that one into the hairpin. So Luke, 1 down, 1 to go. He's going to try and catch up onto the back of Andy. It looks like Jasko has gained a bit of time through that section. I think Bruce may have been struggling with a little bit of a draft understeer there. Mobil 1 curve coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Right Andy, usually knocked down twice. Bit of lag there. Coming up into turn 12, Sash now. Unless Jasko makes a mistake, it's going to be as you were through that section of track. And it looks like Luke and Travon, a little bit of a warning come up. RT home with a time penalty, so we'll have to keep on top of that. Of course, Luke is a indomitable force in most classes that we run, so Andy with it to do around this section of track. Lap 18, 8 minutes to go. It's all still to play for. Into the Norge curve. Good line through there. Back on board with Luke. You can physically see the gap now of a second in front of him. So he could possibly get himself up into 4th place if he puts the hammer down. He's struggling with the back end of that car. Still managed to keep it together through the Norge curve. Turn 1 into turn 2 now. This is a tricky one. And it gets very sideways. Has to correct the car. Good save by a man from Watford there to save it on the way in. Very easy to lose the back end coming through that section of track. You just want to put the power down, and it's not always the most wisest thing to do as we run on board with our pro esports driver from Birmingham coming through the parabolica into turn 6, the hairpin. Travon in the background, definitely being dropped, but he's close enough to pick up any pieces, so if they may fall. 7 minutes to go now, and look at this, how much time he's picked up under the brakes. Luke is immense into turn 7. A little bit of curve there, help rotate the car into turn 8, into the Mercedes arena now, onto the brakes. Andy definitely feeling the pressure now, but he's got a good set of skills under his back too. Of course, has been prone to a little bit of oversteer in the car, turning around on him is why he switched to the Lamborghini with the last bit of the season to go. Does still look like that Lambo's very tricky for him, but still in front of Luke Bennett there, into the braking zone, into Satch, turn 12, Luke having to feather the throttle a little bit, turn 13 and 14, we watched the console and Champ go very sideways here, it didn't quite work out for him, into turn 15 now, important to get the exit right, this is the tricky one, turn 16. Entrance and the exit to it. Luke gets a hell of a run. Andy's going to have to go defensive surely down the start finish now, and Andy's picked his line. He is back onto the racing line, needs to be careful doing that, but across there now, we'll go on board and see if we can get a shot of him. He's pulled out the draft, he's side by side, coming into the run in turn 2, onto the brakes. Who's got the bigger testicles? Turn 2 and 3, who can get the run? It looks like Luke's just about got it under the brakes, and they're going to try the cut back. Oh, Luke gets very sideways, he's going to have the run on him, I think, just through losing that little bit of momentum, but the side by side now, I think Luke's going to try and get back in the draft. He tucked back up, but the momentum of Lambo, I think, unless he does some fantastic under braking, and he's got that one covered for now. Bit of racing going on. Bruce within a second. Oh, Andy's gone round, he's on the power too early. Luke's going to have to spot. Andy gets going again, but he's going to be in Travon's clutches, if you will. on board with Bruce, who seems to have made up a bit of time there. Definitely a couple attempts in that sector of track. Thank you so much, Jack14, for joining us. It is very close. Bruce challenging our GT3 champion at the minute. What's Draven up to? He must have caught real on the back now of our man from Watford there. Them back tyres look like they're burning out for Andy with 5 minutes to go now. The haze of this place and the light cloud, it's track temperatures definitely rising as the day rubs in a little bit. Of course, stick with us on the YouTube channel. We have 5 minutes of this sprint to go before we get going of our blue ribbon event. The feature race of the night. It will be double the laps of this one with a reverse grid, and Andy gets it all wrong coming out of the turn 12 and 13, so hopefully he can get it going again. Where's Bruce? Jasko gets such a good run out there, but Bruce looks like he really has that place covered. And Champ now onto the back of the console. Again, it's a testament to Rubens Racing. It really is. These boys, what's going on at the back there? It looks like the console tried to cover the line, but was a bit late in doing so. Champ manages to hold on to it, though, so to keep a look at that. And it looks like Luke has finally caught onto the back of Nicky. We're going to see what the speed's like down the back straight Parabolica turn 5 into the hairpin. Keep a look at on board on the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. 150, fifth, changing up into 6, just about it in 160, so Luke definitely set up with a bit more downforce there. Nicky's going to start to feel the back end of Luke there. Will he crack under the pressure? Quick look at what Bruce is up to. No further. Luke a lot closer to the back end of Nicky, so we're going to watch our man from Silverstone try and defend 4th place from our man from Birmingham. This should be interesting. Into Mercedes, turn 8. Luke takes a little bit more curve there. Careful on the exit of turn 9. Slight lift for turn 10. Oh, back on the power as early as possible. Now into turn 11, the Mobil 1 curve. Onto the brakes in front. Nicky's applying a bit more brakes than Luke. Luke gets a good run as him. Is he going to have the inside for into turn 12? He is. Good move by Luke. Will Nicky fight back? Can Nicky fight back? On board with Nicky. Luke gets so sideways, loses a bit of momentum. Is there going to be anywhere for Nicky to go? There isn't. On to the brakes in turn 15. Again, another tricky one, ladies and gentlemen. The Sud curve, turn 16 now. Living dangerously on the curve. Luke gets a good bit of power off that one. What's Bruce up to? He's definitely closer there, but got very sideways coming out of turn 1, the Nord curve. There's a sausage curve that runs up the side, and once you hit it, it drags the whole car through. From a driver's perspective, you really want to try and stay as much on the right-hand side as possible. Has Bruce got a run here? Look at that Lambo once he gets onto the straight. I'd love to know what sort of downforce he's actually using there. Nicky losing touch, needs to get himself in that back end of Luke there, try and get in the draft of it a bit more. It looks like Champ and the console are going at it again. It's NXS versus Lambo, or what's left of them anyway. 2.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Can the console? They're both guaranteed a top 10 position with the dropouts and the people that are not here at the minute, but can the console do not finish last? He seems to have the corner there. Good line through it though. We'll stick on board with the console as they come up, and it looks like it. Champ's round. He's round. Oh, well saved by the guy there, the American driver, the Pro LMP1 driver, with one of the saves of the season. Luke pulled a healthy gap. Look at this. Bruce is back on the case. Bruce with a minute to go. Well, a minute and a half. Oh, maybe just outbroke himself coming into the Satch. Turn 12, 13 and 14. We've seen people go off here all the sprint race long. Can Bruce keep it together? He's got a minute and a half to make a move on Jasko VR. Home has checked out at the front. He is currently 10 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. Jasko with such a hell of a drive off there. It must be so frustrating for Bruce to catch up throughout the lap and then get onto the power section. Jasko's wide. Could this be it? Jasko is wide, so Bruce is going to be through on track. He hasn't quite got the position, but he's got the inside for turn 2. So he's going to have it. Jasko get the cut back on him. We'll have a look. Bruce now is going to defend the line coming out of turn 4. This is it. Draft City, ladies and gentlemen. Into the Parabolica, into the hairpin. Can Bruce hold on? Fantastic shot of the boys here. Let's get rid of the interface. We're going to have to go trackside. Into turn 6, the hairpin. Bruce defends the inside line. Jasko tries to cut back. Bruce tries to stop him mid-corner. They both have a little ding-dong on the way out, but it's still side by side. I think Bruce is just about in third. Jasko pulls back across onto the line. It's fantastic racing by our pro drivers here. showing each other the respect that each one deserves. Bruce not letting up. Maybe lose a bit of momentum on the exit there. He got sideways, had to come off the power. Looks like Nicky's coming up on the board as well. He's definitely gained a bit of time, but that's not going to help on the exit. Back on board with Bruce now into the Mobile 1 curve, turn 11. Fantastic line through here into turn 12. We've seen moves being made on the brakes. Jasko comes across, covers it very well. Turn 12 now. Turn 13 and 14. The slight snake into turn 15. Jasko covering the inside as well. There's nowhere for Bruce to go. And again into the tricky sud curve now. Bruce really on the arse end of the boys. Home across. So this will be the last lap for the boys. Last lap of the race. I think for a second there, Bruce may have thought it was the last lap. And you could see Luke in the background. So Home has the race in his hands with 11 seconds to go. It's going to take a big mess up from Home, or a big accident even. In the background, what's Nicky up to? Just coming up on the timing boards, but we'll stick with Bruce, ladies and gentlemen, through the cockpit cam. This is the last time they're going to run up in this sprint race through the parabolic into the hairpin. I do stress, if you're with us on the YouTube channel, stick with us. We're going to have a feature race. We've got 13 laps, so it's going to be a 26-lap race. Anything can happen. The elements are coming. The boys are going to be reverse grid. All the fast guys you see is Bruce gets super late on the brakes there. Bruce, one of the last of the late breakers. Definitely. He's given Jasko a go in this sprint race, so it's going to be intriguing to see how they get on in the future. A longer one for the boys, but still just as many points on offer. Stay there. Jasko very wide in the exit, and Bruce struggled the last couple of laps in the same place. And it looks like Home came off a bit of traffic there. Champ hopefully letting Home through. So on board with Home, coming through turn 13 into turn 13 for the last time in our sprint race. Feature race coming up. Trackside now, exiting sud curve. Home has impressed from lap 1 to lap 13. He comes across the line. He's going to win the sprint race. Well done, RTK Home. Well done, buddy. Back with Jasko. He managed to hold on. Bruce lost a bit of sight. Must have made a small mistake for falling 2 seconds behind. But Jasko VR holding on to a very hard-earned second place. Well done, buddy. P2 and Bruce should be very proud of that. P3 respectively. Where's Nicky? He does have a time penalty, but it's only a second. Luke, couple more seconds, 3 seconds back. So Nicky across the line, our man from Silverstone taking on P4. Luke with a hell of a recovery drive. P5 for my man from Birmingham. Travon in the background there will take P6. Good work. The Rain Man himself just about holding on. Andy very close in proximity there. Keeps it all in check. Good to see. And our Rain Man himself brings it home across the line. He's going to take P7. Good racing, Scotty. Andy joining across the line. We've got a few entries here. We're going to get going again, so stick with us on the YouTube channel. Congratulations, Architect Home. Well done, buddy. Jasko VR and Bruce rounding off the podium spots. Stick with us on the YouTube channel while we get the feature race set up. It is going to be an absolute blinder. Of course, we will get the full lobby going as well, get a few more invites. Bit more action for you guys who are watching. Stick with us. We'll get it sorted out. We're going to let the drivers stretch their legs, have a quick drink, and we'll be back in the next 5. Thank you. Well, that was fun. I had a real laugh there. We're going to fill out this lobby now, boys. Use your phone a sec, babe. Just a picture. Here you going, Luke? Well, thanks for sticking with it, buddy. I know that was difficult from lap 1 onwards, but I really appreciate, obviously, sticking with us there, Luke, mate. Appreciate it massively. Yeah, I know, mate. I got every for joining us, bro. Sweet. See you after, mate. Alright. See you later, buddy. Oh, we're on there. Well, we're starting at 2 p.m, so there's a good chance it is going to get dark. And again, it's not going to be hazy for this one. We're going clear to light cloud. So whether that's going to affect anything, I don't know. Right, boys, I'm going to try to fill out the lobby. So bear with me. That's sweet. Appreciate it, mate. No, but no worries, it doesn't really matter. Wreck-It Ralph. Gotta love it. Yeah, no, yeah, you've got a couple of minute break. You get your cigs and get your nicotine up or whatever else, pal. We'll get it going. Again, we're gonna have. If you've got any friends or anything like that, because I've only got 4 invites sent out. If you've got anyone you think could join and help, then we'll get the lobby filled out for our feature. Basically, got the green light. Okay. It's not going to be too much longer, sweetheart.
May I have my phone?
You what?
May I have my phone?
Oh, I've got your few phones. Sorry, what I need from you when we start up is to be on the gallery just so I can have a quick look. That's all.
I'll just send it to you on
Alright. Got a lot of love and support on the channel. Is Davino not in yet? No? Okay. I'll have a quick look through again one more time, see if I can brag anybody else in.
Eddie.
If anyone could do the same, it'd be fantastic.
Eddie.
Yeah. If you think that they can, come in and form us a race, then definitely. Yep, no problem, mate. 2-minute warning for everybody, so, get your cigs sorted and your drinks done. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about setting up. We'll a few more invites out, see if we can get a few more guys involved in the final race of the night, the Blue Ribbon event. Welcome, Effie. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you. We were down as a vote, so that's fantastic that we've got you back in. Let's have a little look through. Obviously missing Smithy, didn't have the best of time there. Okay. I sent a few more invites out. We'll give it a minute or two. If nobody's doing that, then we'll just take it from there. It's all good. Don't worry about it. We've still got a good set of people in. Obviously, it would be nice to have a full lobby. Right, I've sent a few more invites out again. Thank you for sticking with us on the YouTube channel. Giving the drivers a 2-minute warning now, and we'll try and fill out as much as possible, and then we'll get going. I'm just going to give you an heads up, boys, before we do, of the reverse grid and where you'll be starting from. So bear with me a second, just while I get... Fuck off, where's the messenger gone? Bollocks. Will you send me it again, Bird, please? It's just I've got messenger removed from there, so... There we go. Right, boys, it's it'll go like this. It'll go the console to start. P1 Champ, who joined us. Welcome, Dennis89. We just asked for clean races in this one, buddy, so more than welcome, buddy. Thank you for joining us on our last round of the season. We've got a 25 lap feature coming up with a mandatory pit stop. All we ask is for clean driving. So again, we've got the console to start us off. It's a reverse grid race. So we have a formation lap, Dennis. So we're not going straight away. Your name will be called out. It'll go the console P1, Champ P2, Andy P3, Scotty P4, Traven P5, Nicky P6, Bruce P7, Chasco P8, and Home P9, and then it will go Effie and then Dennis at the back, and then we'll get going like that. So we've got a very experienced console that will get us away. So 1 minute warning, guys, 1 minute warning, and we'll be getting going here for the feature. Again, I'll be back in a private lobby. Make sure you check out the stream, it's been fantastic so far. But I will obviously stick with you while I do the shout and call out. So 1 minute warning, boys, 1 minute warning. Welcome, Zoopy, again, mate. Of course, the evaluation drive and whatnot, but Zoopy, Dennis, and not too much SE in a sense, but we've got a formation lap coming up, so you'll stay in your grid spots, just move away slowly, and I'll call you out one by one. But because you came in like last, Zoopy, you'll be entering at the back of the grid. It'll be behind Dennis and behind Effie, but I'll shout you away one by one. If we can get a thumbs up, we're all sorted here. Okay, sorted with Bruce, hopefully. Right. Again, I'll jump onto the voice chat so you can hear me shout you away one by one, and from there I'll jump back into the private chat where you can again join me live on YouTube channel. Zoppy, Dennis, you can hear the commentary live being shouted out, so just be respectful, give each other the room to race. I'm gonna start it up. Good luck, boys. Again, the formation lap, we're not racing straight away, so you just move off ever so slightly and I'll call you out one by one. Thank you for sticking with us on the YouTube channel. Welcome again to the Ribbons Racing 2019 Round 10 at Hockenheim, Germany. Thank you for joining and sticking with us. We're in for a treat with our feature race tonight with the Pro GT3 drivers about to take to the track this famous Hockenheim ring GP circuit. Again, a sellout crowd tonight of 120,000 race fans packed into the 4.5 kilometre track. There are some great places to catch the action on track, corners such as the Mobile 1 curve, and the always tricky turn 1, the Notch curve. Take as much curb as you dare, boys. This feature is going to be a classic. So, ladies and gentlemen, round 10 and a finale round of the successful Season 2, and we still have a few things to sort out and battle a bit between us. 3rd to 6th in the championship. Those boys are so close, every position counts tonight. So the likes of Stefano, Scotty, Uniclair, Andy, they have it all to do. I've said it before and I'll say it again, a big thank you to all our staff team here at Rubbins Racing. There's so much stuff you don't see to make sure the drivers and community have the best possible experience. Without them, we couldn't run as many leagues or run the Discord or the website. So from me and every RR member, thank you. The console, Ubar, Lecky, Murph, Kembo, Andy, Duffino, Demobi, Smithy, and again, if I'm missing anyone, apologies. From a PSN group, racers looking for a clean lobby, to being the 3rd largest Project Car 2 YouTube channel on sim racing is very humbling. I've enjoyed watching the family grow. We're now over 100 subs on the YouTube channel. Again, if you're watching us, like and subscribe. I'm so proud of the whole community for the continued support and love that we continue to get. So thank you very much, guys. You know who you are. Now we'll take a quick look. Don't take much notice of this one. I do hope to be back for Season 3, but family life being the way it is, it's likely to be stepping back from me for the sim racing world to take time to look after my ever-growing family. I only hope you guys have had as much fun as I have over the last 2 seasons, and if I could leave you with anything, a lasting thought, it'd be to continue to help and grow and support the community that you've helped create. Rubbins Racing UK is one of all of our babies, and we should all do what we can to make sure it stays as one of the very best places in the world for sim racers to come and join. Thank you, boys, for making it what it is. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get rolling with our feature race, the Blue Ribbon feature race of the night, round 10, the last round of Season 2 at Hockenheim Ring, Germany. The boys, of course, are about to get on a formation lap, so they're not about to go racing. They'll move off the line ever so slowly. It's going to be the console that leads them around on the formation lap, closely followed by Champ. Then Andy with a real good shot with the reverse grid race, all the fast guys. Although at least the fast guys that finished are going to be at the back for this one, so we'll watch them tear through the grid and try and make their way further forward. But each one of these guys here with the potential to win this thing. A couple of new guys in the lobby at the minute. We've got Dennis. Effie's joined us too. Home is back there. So again, boys, just move off ever so slightly, ever so slowly. And when you get green light, can the console move up, please? The console move forward. Champ, can you get behind the console? Andy, can you move up and get behind Champ? Scotty, you move up behind Andy, please. Traven, can you move up behind Scotty? Nikki, NRP, move up behind Traven. Bruce, can you move off behind Nikki? Jasco behind Bruce. And Home behind Jasco. Then we will have Dennis to move behind Jasco at the back, please. No, Effie behind Jasco, and then Dennis behind Effie, please. Thank you very much. We seem to have everyone in order, and it's going to be the console. So I am going to jump into the commentary box and get this one going. Thank you. We are in the commentary box now, and we are watching the console. Alex, he started at the, well, he finished at the back for the feature at the sprint race, so he starts at the front for this feature race. See if he could do any better, but he's closely followed by Champ, our LMP1 champion Season 2. Andy there in the bright yellow Lamborghini. He's no mug either. He could really set out and pace himself in this one. Scotty closely followed behind. Both the pair of them two have swapped cars with this one in the Lamborghini. Traven impressing, closely followed by Nikki. Both of them in the Audis. Good to see how they get on. Bruce really impressed last time out. He gave Jasco a hell of a run there. It was fantastic to watch them fight. Jasco in 8th. Very fast, but didn't have it his own way. Home, the man behind, who's the representing Ubar's Mert tonight. He ran such a great sort of pace. And then we've got Effie in the Cadillac joining us. He missed out on the feature, but is with us for this one. Goes well on this. Good GT3 track. Then we have Dennis, new entry for the night. He is going to round off the last grid spots. It'll be interesting to see how Dennis gets on. It's a very welcome sight to the Rubbins Racing community. Back with Alex. Slowing the pace down, just getting the boys all sorted behind. Coming up now into Sash. all the boys will start to form up once they're coming into the last corner. And again, it'll be up to Alex, the console, the guy that you're seeing right before in the Lambo, him to dictate the race pace. Now it's up to him when he wants to go in this one. Once he's put his foot down, the track is live, so we'll see if he gets a good getaway into turn 1, the Norge curve. We'll see if anybody can make up some positions on to the start of this one. So the boys will start to form up side by side. Travon needs to move a bit further forward. He does now, so good to see. So the console's going to dictate the pace of this one. 310 metres is the run from here to the turn 1. We'll take a look on board. The boys side by side, and it looks like the console is gone. He has indeed, and he got a good start. If anything, Andy may bog down a little bit, but I'm saying that he's challenging. Andy tucks in just behind him there. Hopefully the boys managed to get it all stopped to be respectful of half. And now who's in the background there? It looks like Champ has gone sideways. Hopefully he can get it going again. There is a long, long way to go in this race. Bruce has got an excellent look at this. It sounds like there's a Cadillac at the side of him. There is indeed. You can just hear that one. And look at that. Look at Dennis trying to drive around the outside. He's going to have to tuck up behind again. Let's have a look a little further back, because we have, looks to be these boys all side by side, one another. And a bit further forward is Nicky right up the trumpet of our man from Swansea. He is into the heavy braking zone, into the hairpin, turn 6. Can the boys behind get it stopped? Jesus, Effie, we've got 3 wide going on. Jasko just about getting away, but Bruce getting pushed out a little bit. Hopefully can get it sorted again. Look how sideways Home got out of that centre track. We're going to go on cockpit view. Look at this. We've got cars side by side, each other, coming into turn 7, into the Mercedes. Look at this. Oh, I thought Bruce was going to lose it there. Home very sideways too, and it looks like Dennis is going to try again around the outside. Track limits being what they are. Hopefully he doesn't get a slowdown, but it looks like he's side by side with Bruce. He is indeed. Back to the front. The console leading the way, and it looks like Andy's managed to slip by somewhere there as well. So Andy into a good position, P2 at the minute. Jasko into P5 from P8. Effie following him through the field a little further back. Home with Champ in front of him. Travon now. Dennis has got through, and you could hear the Beamer, the M6 behind. We'll go on board with Bruce. Of course, give Jasko a hell of a race these first time round. We're starting a bit later off in the day, ladies and gentlemen, at 2 o'clock. We started at 10, so we're expecting a bit of weather coming this way, and it looks like Bruce is the first one to blink. He's going to take his pit stop, try and dampen the effect of the first lap there. Get out of traffic, if you will. Good line by the console through that section of the track. Effie now is really on to the back end. Jasko's having a look at Scotty. We all managed to get it stopped. Hopefully they do, and it looks like Home is challenging Champ here. He is challenging through that section of the track. Champ right up the trumpet though, not letting this one go. Home sort of shakes off. He must have got a little bit sideways. I'm amazed how much power's in this Lambo compared to the Merc, so Home must be running a lot of downforce. We're coming into turn 6 through the parabolic, and Jasko side by side with Nicky. Jasko into third. He's into a podium spot at the end of lap 3, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Scotty got a little bullet out that corner, and it looks like Home is catching up with Champ here. We're side by side. Looks like Effie going wheel to wheel with what's that in front? Oh, check that out, ladies and gentlemen. What a move a little further back, and we've got cars pirouetting around there. I'm not sure what was going on. We've gone board with Bruce too far away. Travon involved in the onslaught there. We had cars going sideways, and Andy's sideways too. He's sideways coming out of turn 10. Andy's going to have to get going again. He's got dropped right back down the order into P9. A bit further up though, Nicky with Jasko VR in his sights. Nicky, resident of Silverstone, has again impressed in the GT3 League. Relative newcomer into the championship. Thank you so much for the comments on the YouTube channel, guys. We love and support it. Look at Home trying to weigh up Champ in front. Champ though not giving Home much room there, and Home driven around the outside into the inside. Good line. I tell you, Home was sideways the entire time round turn 6 there. The back end lighting up. Champ's going to want to get it back though. A little further back, Effie pretty close with Andy now. So Andy losing a whole heap of time through that section of the track. He went sideways coming out of the Mercedes through turn 9 and 10. You come slightly off the power there. Little lift helps to rotate the car. A bit further back, what's Andy up to? Looks like Travon's going to have a fantastic shot in front. Champ was very wide on the exit of turn 4. Into the parabolica now. Slight kink here, turn 5. A little foot further back. Nobody that close, to be fair. Into the heavy braking zone on board with Dennis. He's really come up from the back of the grid. He's impressed at F, and he's got the rain man himself, Scotty. He goes for the undercut. Does he get it? They need to give each other the room to race. Coming up into turn 7. Fantastic side by side. Not even one of them wanting to give an inch. Jasko within a second now of the lead. Nicky not too far behind either. I do want to take a little look back at these guys, make sure that they managed to get round the Mercedes corner this time around. I think they did. That's where the racing is at the minute. Scotty all sorts of wide out of turn 10, manages to collect it and keep it though. Andrew did lose the back end there. On board with Home, our race winner in the first one. Jasko's come right out. He's only a second behind the race win, so Home really needs to try and push it, get behind these guys. And Scotty runs wide. Ooh, what is that? Jasko's. Jasko, yellow flag, Jasko, yellow flag out of turn 12, Satch, yellow flag guys, coming into the hairpin. We've got Jasko VR, our current points GT3 leader, in the dirt. Oh, that the console's gone wide through there too. Not sure what's happening between these boys, but they're very sideways. And Jasko, is he going again? He's just going again now. Good to see. Effie takes the console from P1. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Traven does try and defend the line, but he moves across. Looks like Andy's going to have this one into... Ooh, look at that. Traven cuts the nose off our man from Watford there, so flipping dangerously in the background. The console's got a great run on these two, but Andy even closer. Look at this, we've got some side by side. We've got off at the wrong point there. Champ sideways. Andy now, side by side with Traven, coming through turn 5, the Parabolica. Andy on the outside. We'll have the inside for the hairpin. As close as you like. Traven not wanting to give Andy much room there. Into the hairpin now. Andy struggling with the exit here last time in the sprint race. Traven goes for the undercut. I think he's just about got it. On board with Traven now. Andy in front. Of course, all these boys with a point to prove out there. They are so close in the championship standings. Traven using some of the curb there, trying to get the cutback on Andy. Fantastic driving exit of 9 and 10 now. Andy struggling here. Andy with a much better line through that section of track, and the console's joining in this little battle too. Of course, pit stops are mandatory in this one, just the one. The console very sideways for that section of track, looking just in front at Andy and Scotty. On board with our man from Watford now as he chases down the Swansea driver through turn 13, 14 and 15. We've seen boys go side by side through here, through the sprint race, and it didn't work out. Scotty driving very well at the minute. Completely sideways through turn 16. Well driven through the sud curve. Into the notch curve now. We'll stick on board with Andy. Gives him a little look. Trying to get a reaction out of our Welsh driver. May have just got one actually. We'll have to go trackside. You see, Andy picks up the spot. He shows Scotty the inside. Gets a reaction. Will Traven be able to pick up down the backstretch? Now it's down to Scotty. What's he going to do? And Traven in the background. Super close there to our Welsh driver. Nothing in it. Quick check back at the console and Traven. So this isn't over by any shot of the means, and Scotty's back in the draft of our man from Watford now, trackside. Two draft fights going on. We've got Andy and Scotty going at it. Traven and the console going at it. The console swapped to the Lambo for this one. Was in the NSX. Andy's got the inside, and Traven hits Scotty. Traven's going to have to give Scotty the place, definitely. Scotty has got it on track. Good to see them marshalling themselves. Effie now with Champ, the Pro LMP1 driver, back with our race leaders now. It's a shame Jasko has got going again, little off the lead now, so we've got Nicky leading this race. You can't call him the amateur GT3 driver, but he is a relatively newcomer, and we have Nicky leading this blue ribbon event now at the Hockenheim in Germany, and he's got a second on Dennis and Home. We know Home's quick, we do. He blasted away in the sprint. We've not seen too much of Dennis, to be fair. New driver to the league, but Jesus, he came from the back of the grid to where he is now. Is Home going to try out the inside? And he does indeed, and Dennis does turn into him. They need to give each other the room to race once they're on the line, but nothing gained, nothing lost. It looks like Home gave the position back, actually, so fantastic to see. In the background there, it looks like the Traven and the console are side by side. They are indeed, and look at that. Champ trying to cut off Effie in the background too. Traven's going to have the inside. Quick look at what Effie's up to. Champ trying to defend the line, back with the console and Traven. Cockpit cam now, and then they've got Scotty in the sights. It does look, for all intents and purposes, like these two are very close. What's going on? Home going backwards. A bit of damage on the front of the Merc there. It's coming down the back straight into the Parabolica. Andy round the outside takes the last podium spot of the night. Back with Home now. That Merc is quick in a straight line. You can physically see the damage now as they come into the braking zone. He's not going to surely go around the outside of turn 6 into the hairpin. Andy covers the inside. Rightly so. Home back on the power though, very fast. Into turn 8. We may have to go on the roof cam for this one. Turn 7. Into Mercedes. Turn 8. The Mercedes Arena onto the brakes. Home doing a good job to not collect Andy there. Andy runs wide through turn 9. Is he going to hold the inside for turn 10? He made a mistake here, ladies and gentlemen, earlier on, but keeps it together. Okay, quick look back at what Travin's up to. He's picked up a time penalty. A quick look on the board. He's picked up a second time penalty. Back with Home, though. This is where the racing's at, ladies and gentlemen. Into Sash, turn 12. And we've watched Home overtake people here. He's got a good run through this section of track. Exit in turn 12, into 13 and 14. Onto the curbs, living dangerously. Oh, turn 15 now, trying to get the car set up. And Home likes to take a tight line through here. Managed to find some grip through the sub-curve. Turn 18 to end the lap now. Across the line to start lap 9, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Into the notch curve. And it looks like Home is really trying to find a way through now, and Andy runs wide. This is going to be Home's opportunity to get through, I reckon. Side by side coming up into turn 2, heavy braking zone, but Home's going to have the inside for this one. Andy's going to try and hold it round the outside. That'd be very brave to do. Tucks back into the draft now of Home in the AMG. We watched Home get drafted here earlier. We suspected he was running a little bit more downforce than everyone else. A quick look back through the field. Back with Andy there. He's going to pull outside of the draft. Red line in there in the gear. Side by side coming into turn 6, the hairpin. Does Home see Andy on the inside? He does. Delays the steering. Andy gives Home a bit of room too. That's good to see. Home now back in the draft of Andy. Below, we can just about make out Scott in the console and Travis too. Quick look at those boys. Not as close as these. Back with the lads fighting over the last podium spot of the night. The boys are going to want this one. Andy has it. Home wants it. Through turn 9 into turn 10, slightly lift off the accelerator, then back on it into the Mobile 1 curve, turn 11, this is a tricky one, trackside now. Andy feathering the front of that Lambo there into the tricky turn 12, Sash. We know Home's good here. It's fantastic to watch that thing go sideways through there. Andy's going to cover the bases here. We know Home likes to go tight here at turn 15. Andy covers it off, pretty much stops him through there. We've got Dennis into the pit. Wonder what the angle's going to be like coming up here. We can't see him, but it'll more than likely be a fast one. And Home gives Andy a look through that section of track. Just a little further back, we have Traven, the console, making up ground. Scotty in the Lambo, having a good little run so far, currently in P4. Some good points for our Welsh driver from Swansea at the minute if he managed to hold on to it. Wow, Home super late on the brakes, but doesn't manage to for a second there. Thought he was going to have some yellow paint on the front of that Merc. Into the draft now. Will the Mercedes go? Dennis still in the pit and he's still held, so this is a long one for him. Not sure about strategy, maybe taking a little less fuel. Home way into the draft of that Lambo, pulls out. He's not going to be close enough on the brakes. Andy takes the racing line. Ooh, Home so close, outbroke himself there. Onto the power, gets that thing sideways. Those tyres are not going to last the entirety of this race if he carries on murdering the buggers like that. The console now seems to have caught up onto the back of Traven, so that's something to look for. At the back of the grid, we have Champ and Dennis. We know Dennis is pitted. I'm pretty sure Champ has too. So these boys fighting. Again, it's a testament to the Rubens Racing League. It doesn't matter where you are on track. There is fighting throughout this field, ladies and gentlemen. Roof can now. Let's actually go on board. We get a real sense to the lines that these boys take into turn 12. And again, Home must be getting sick of the sight of that Lambo in front of him, but Andy doing a cracking job so far to defend the line. There is nowhere for that AMG to go. I suspect this will be the best place for Home to really try and get Andy in sector 3. However, he's got a real shot. Pulling out the draft now. Andy's going to try and cover the line. He has indeed. So he can't pull back across, and it looked like Home, for all intents and purposes, was just about side by side for a second. Pulls back across. Andy needs to be careful. He does need to take the racing line. Cannot pull back across. We'll stick with them as they come into the turn 2. Just a little too far away. Back. What's happening with the console? The console's gone wide. You've got a yellow flag coming out of turn 1. Yellow flag coming out of turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. Back on with Home now. Let's have a look at the speedo and see if the front light damage on this car is affecting his pace at all. We're expected to see 160s by the time they're coming down into turn 6 and the hairpin. 162, so that light damage on the front of the Merc of home there, not affecting his straight line speed. Again, onto the power very early there. It looks like the Lambo's managing to exit that corner a little better, and as I say that, Scotty in the background there, a little sideways coming out the exit. Looks like the boys are still very close to one another again. And the slight dab of the brakes as he's going through the corner there. It was a bit of a weird one. It unsettles the car. You should get all your braking done before it, but different strokes, different folks, and we're watching a few different lines and techniques used tonight. Into the Mobile 1 curve, turn 11. It does look like home is very much quicker through this section of track. Again, our man from Watford proving his worth in the GT3 class. 6 points behind Judy Clark, who isn't here tonight, so he's going to move up the order, there's no doubt about it. Home really hassling the back end of him now. Quick look at what Jasko's up to after getting going again. He's got Traven for company. See him make his way around if he is. Bruce and the console fighting, but back with these boys here. They can't separate them. They are so close to one another, and Home rides the curve. Unless he does some miracle on the brake. Effie into the pit. Oh, onto the brakes. Home living dangerously. He's definitely the last of the late breakers. Quick look back through the field. The console and Bruce so close to one another on track. That'll be interesting to watch them. What about Jasko now? On to the back of him. Traven, quick look. Gap's a little too big there, so back with Jasko. Sorry about the camera angle there, ladies and gentlemen. Coming through turn 5 into the Parabolica. This whole section from turn 4 up into turn 6. Now up to the hairpin, and it looks like Traven's gone defensive, so Jasko takes the outside line now. It's on to the brakes. Could Jasko force a mistake out of Traven? Look at that, around the outside. On to the power again. They must be side by side still. Into turn 7 now. Wow, Traven gives that man there some room to breathe. It's good to see them giving each other the room to potentially race one another in hard. Jasko through P5 now. Andy has lost the... No, sorry, got that a little backwards now. There was a Home into P2. Andy into P3. Pretty sure they were fighting over podium spots, but I think Dennis actually came into the pit, who's currently in P9. Was fighting a champ last we saw. Bit of a gap now. Traven still trying to hold on to the back of Jasko. Bit of a wider line through turn 12. That is no easy feat. Jasko already just pulled out a bit of time. Back with Nicky. Again, he's not had too much run time and is into the pit. Nicky, what can you say about him? NPR, driving a fantastic race so far, has 6 seconds on Home, which we know how quick he was from the sprint race, but enjoying his time out here at Rubbins Racing, leading laps and showing the boys that he can race with the best of them. Currently 1/10 down on his best, coming out the Parabolica, doing a fantastic job. See if he can hold on to some good point scoring positions, potentially hold on to a race win here. Be good to see. Traven again losing touch a little bit there with Jasko, but Jasko, look how closely he's caught up onto the back of Scotty. There's a couple of seconds in it, even a second. Champ now across the line. The console into the pit. Effie's going to have that position done as well. Back with Jasko and Scotty. Scotty holding P3, a podium spot at the minute. I suspect Scotty still needs to pit. Thank you guys on the YouTube channel. We have 7 people watching with over 40 comments. Unbelievable. Thank you for the love and support. We are watching Jasko VR, the current GT3 point leader, go at it. Leo, Nicky is doing a solid job. Just driving. That's all he has to do. Words of encouragement from our Brazilian driver to Nicky there. Go, Nicky, go. Jasko is flying. He's on a tear after the incident at the hairpin at Satch's turn 12. Not sure what happened there. We will go on board with that. Wow, look how wide Scotty got through there. Touched a bit of curb. Car got out of line. Manages to correct it. The prancing bull proving to be a tricky beast to tame, but he seems to be enjoying his time in the actual car. It's good to see the different guys experimenting with different cars and different tracks. It's good to see. And if there were a medal awarded to the most improved driver of the season, you've got to say that Scotty is right up there in contention. Jasko, I thought he was going to have a nibble at Scotty running into the North curve. Thinks better of it. He's going to try on the exit. I think Scotty come off the throttle a tiny bit there and has let our Bosnian driver through. I think Scotty's figured it's probably quicker to try and follow than it is to try and slow him up and potentially slow himself down, because Traven is on the back end of these boys too, and there is not much in it. There's a couple of seconds, so if Scotty could do everything in his power to try and keep up with that red Lamborghini there, it'll be a detriment to him. We'll have a look at the gap. Traven can see Scotty and Jasko, so there's not much in it at all. Into the braking zone. We watch Scotty get a little sideways coming out the back end of here, but still he manages to catch the slide and he tucks back into the draft. Home has pulled a second on lap 13 to Nicky. So Home on a charge, currently a second quicker. He is the fastest man out on track at the minute. A little wide on the exit of 10 there, but no problem. Into the Mobile 1 curve. One of the fan favourites through here. The fans going crazy. Looks like Scotty again, yeah, is managing to keep up with Jasko, so that's no mean feat by any means. So good line from that section of track. Rides a little bit too much curb. It's dangerous riding the curbs here. It looks like Dennis has picked up a time penalty. Quick look at the timings while we've got a bit of time to do so. And it looks like just a second a piece between them all. So rundown for the guys watching on the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, please. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help us promote the channel. Nicky leads the way, and look at that last time around. 2 seconds Home pulled on Nicky. Last time around, Nicky a 1:41 flat, Home a 1:39.7, and Home is on a flyer. Just about made Nicky out in front there. Jasko a further 7 seconds behind, so Nicky on for a good result if he keeps it pointing in the right direction. We have 10 laps to go of this race. We're nearly done for the final round of the season. It's been fantastic to have you all here. It's been fantastic to help watch and see the community grow. Massive shout out to the Rubbins Racing staff. There's again so much that you don't see behind the scenes that goes on to ensure that we have the best racing possible. As we're watching Nicky, you can just about make out Home in the background there. Again, without those guys, we wouldn't be able to run the leagues, we wouldn't be able to run the Discord and the website. So massive thank you to the console, Uber, Lecky and Murph, Kembo, Andy, Definio, Demobi and Smithy. Again, if I am missing anyone out, apologies. We have come. It looks like Dennis is on the back end of Andy here. From a small PSN group chat of racers looking for clean lobbies to being the 3rd largest Project Cars 2 YouTube channel for sim racing is very humbling. We've all enjoyed watching the family grow, and we're now over 100 subs on the YouTube channel. Again, try and help and support and click that subscribe button. We're so proud of the whole community for the continued support and love that we get from each of our drivers. Thank you very much, guys. You all know who you are. You make this league one of the best. Through the mobile curve now. Does look like we know Andy's pit, we know Dennis's pit. So these boys in close proximity to each other. Dennis definitely impressing. This is his eval drive, if you will. Doing a fantastic job, it must be said, in the blue 488, giving our man from Watford there, the Pro GT3 driver, a run for his money. Lap times last time around, Andy a full second quicker. What about this time? Wow, Andy dropped a lot of time there. Still very close on track. Home now is still a 3-second gap, so not pulled as much time on this lap, but still just in the middle of sector 2. Trackside as they enter the Mercedes corner. The arenas turn 8 and 9. The exit, the short blast down to the Mobile 1 curve. Yeah, that gap's come down a little bit there. He's definitely gained over a second in the lap. We'll take a quick look back at Dennis, who came up on the timing bars there, but we'll go back with Home, who's hunting Silverstone-based driver down. But at the minute, Nicky doing a fantastic job from where he started to where he is right now. It's been great to watch one of the newcomers come in and mix it up with the best, and of course Home as well. Not one of the Rubbins Racing regulars, but one of the cleanest drivers on the platform. He gets crossed out of turn 15. Wow, well saved through that section of track, and we can watch that time come down. Last time around, Nicky a 1:41.1. Home a 1:40, gained a second alone on that lap time. 9 watching, 40 comments. Thank you so much for joining us on the channel. Please leave us a comment, we'll get back to you. Who do you think's going to win? Who's your fan favourite? We're currently watching Dennis hunt down Andy. Keep an eye on that gap, but at the minute we're watching our race leader Nicky get hunted down by the man, the myth, the legend that is Home. He's coming for you. Cockpit view now, you can physically see that gap getting smaller and smaller. Currently the gap at 2.8 seconds. And he's still getting hunted down as we're watching the sun drop here at the Hockenheim Ring, Germany. Round 10 now, last round Runnings racing of the season. Watching the sun goes down, the tyre temperature will start to drop as well as the track. It will make adding another element there. We've seen Jasko just in the background there too on the actual screen, so fantastic to see. And you can physically see Home getting quicker now in the background, catching up with Nicky. So again, the sun going down, and we'll have a look on board with Nicky. Look at that in their eyes there, that adds a whole new element to it. So again, levels of grip will be going down as we finish off lap 16, coming into lap 17. We're running out of laps here. Home behind is a full second a lap quicker at the minute. It does look like Dennis is catching up with Andy. Again, Dennis with a time penalty though. The console in the background there too with a time penalty as long with Trevor. So let's have a quick on board with Home. See what he's seeing. That gap now under 2 seconds. On to lap 17. The boys have driven the hearts out for the packed out crowd tonight of 120,000 people. This famous Hockenheim Ring built in 1932. This 2.8 mile long track has been the home to the Formula 1 German Grand Prix. And our Pro GT3 drivers are tackling tonight for the final time this season. Round 10, feature race of the night, and it's still all to play for. Champ and Effie close into the stadium section for the Mobile 1 curve now. Again, testament to the Runnings Racing lead. There is racing throughout the field, and Home has just pulled within a second now of Nicky. Nicky's struggling, it would seem, into the hairpin. It's a good drive out though. Trackside now. Home physically catching up with our man from Silverstone, and again Jasko in the background making inwards. 2 seconds that time round. And guess Jasko VR was the fastest man on the track. What a deep line that Home takes into that section. He managed to get it pulled back around. We're going to have to go on board with him here. Nicky's done such a fantastic job until this point. He's going to try and defend the position, but is there going to be too much he can do with Home being a second or two faster a lap? Our man from Silverstone isn't going to want to give this one up easily. He's led from pretty much start to finish, but he's got an ever-charging Merc on the back end of that Audi. Looks like the Audi's tyres are just about giving up on him. Good line there, takes it nice and tight. He knows that Home's quick into that section of track, and Home takes his mandatory pit. That's going to leave Nicky with some breathing room. He will have been sweating there seeing the AMG come up on his case, but released now. He managed to get his breath back, wipe the brow, and go again. Trevor has Scotty in his sights. P4, Linsford. Welsh driver from Swansea is impressed all season long. We've got some time penalties, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a quick look. Jasko's pulled 2 seconds on that lap again. Nicky with the tyres going off, with the sun coming down. That gap is at 6 seconds now. Timing board. We've got a second. So all the boys with red next to the name, Trevor, Dennis, Effie and the console, all with a second time penalty. At the minute, it's not as close as you'd think, and it looks like Dennis is coming to the pit again. I'm not sure, but I think he may have already pitted. So, we are going to have to wait on Nicky coming into the pits to see where he lands, but we know Jasko's been in. Not sure about Scotty. Until these pit stops are all sorted out, we can only presume where they are, but still in close proximity. Traveling behind there, Bruce has very quietly made his way up the order. P5 at the minute, with Home just coming out of the pits. Entering P6, Andy going very, very slow on the exit there of the turn 4, so must have got it wrong on the exit there. Champ holding P9, P8, sorry, and P9. Dennis is exiting the pit. Where's the console? Where is the console? It's going to be close, it's not. Dennis is just released now, so the console actually has something to do here, and as I say that, it looks like Jasko's pulled another second. It was at 6, it's now at 3. Andrew, that gap's gone up a little more through the concertina effect, but we'll call it 4 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 19 of a lap 25 race, 4 seconds in it. I'm pretty sure Nicky still needs to pit too. Average time lost here in the pits is 11 seconds. Add the 5, we're looking at about 16 seconds. 16 to 20 seconds. So, Nicky, 16 to 20 seconds. We'll put him around P3, P4. Can he come out in a podium spot? He's definitely earned it tonight. Travelling into the pit. Where's Andy on track? Just coming up into turn 12 the Satch now, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of a stop Traven gets. He's not quite in his box yet, so Andy's still coming around that section of the track. We'll keep an eye on this. Traven stopped. Onto the brakes. That looks like 5 seconds. Bit of a slow release. Where's Andy? Coming around the final curve now. He's going to have that position done, barring any mistakes by Andy. Looks like he's going to pick up P6. Where's Traven? Just on the exit. It's going to be close between those boys, but Andy's going to have it on track. Traven's going to be left to pick up the chase, if you will. Still some laps for the boys to work it all out. Traven, it looks like a couple of seconds in between it. So, Nicky, lap 19, leading this blue ribbon race, the feature race of the night, reverse grid race, double the laps. Jasko VR in the background catching like crazy. He's driven well tonight as our Bosnian driver. I suspect this isn't his favourite track. He's been given a hell of a run for his money in the sprint, where Home took the race victory. He drove faultlessly, and he was attacked from start to finish by Bruce, who's currently in P4, who has Scotty in his sides. You could just about make out Home in the background there, but let's see the gap there. It's 3 seconds to Scotty now, and with 5 laps to go, it could go either way. Scotty last time round a 141.7, Bruce a 140 pretty much flat, so a second and a half, a lap quicker than Scotty. Let's take a look this time on the lap times though. Scotty with a 141.8, Bruce comes across the line at 141, yeah, so Bruce still catching, so Bruce potentially on for a podium spot tonight. We'll see what Scotty has to say about that, but back with Jasko. There's the brake lights of Nicky in just exiting the, or entering the hairpin now. You can make out the headlights of Nicky there. He's led the race from start to finish. Jasko VR, second silver in the sprint race. He's gonna want the gold here. Leo, Nicky is doing a solid job. Like we read that one, I guess. Bruce has just lost 5 seconds in the last lap. It's going to be close. Well, Bruce on a charge now with 3 seconds behind Scotty. There's a fight on for these last podium spots, ladies and gentlemen. There's Bruce. We can make out Scotty there, and if you think Home's not going to get involved, you're crazy. We've got a fight on for the final podium spots of the night. We're on lap 20 of this 25 lap race. We're about to head into lap 21. I thank you everybody for supporting the channel. Join the Rubbings Racing community. The link is in the description below. Totally free, or alternatively, visit the website at therubbingsracing.co.uk. Press the link and join today. Totally free. Get involved with the action you see in front of you. Have your name called out with the best racers on the platform. Jasko's catching. Last time around was around a second, just under a second, faster than Nicky in front. The gap now 2 seconds. Look at that. Bruce has pulled a second in the lap time too. You can definitely make out our Welshman from Swansea there. So lap 21. 4 laps to go for these boys. The way it's going, it's going to be so close with Bruce and Scotty over the last podium spot. Plus, Home is on the case, only a second behind. So, P5, 4 and 3, all with it to do. Jasko slowly catching up with Nicky, but Nicky just doing enough. We suspect Nicky's got a pit though, so we'll see. Again, we suspect it's going to be around a 16 to 20 second stop for the boys. So if he does need a pit stop, he's going to be super tight coming out with all these boys here. It's going to be interesting to watch how this one unfolds. Back with Home. Try and chase down the parabolic into the draft of Bruce. Bruce trying to chase down the draft of Scotty into the hairpin now. Super late onto the brakes. Bruce has been good here. Scotty a bit wiggly on the outway, and Home always sideways through that section of the track. Jasko now within a second of Nicky, and it does look like the console came out of the way there, so massive respect to Alex in the Lamborghini for coming out the way of the race leaders there. Thank you very much, brother. Where is Dennis in all this? is a little further on than all these boys, and Bruce gets very sideways. He's going to slow him up. Bruce is round. Can Home avoid the action? He can indeed. Has Bruce got going again? He has. Bruce throwing it away. Nicky into the pit. Jasko into the pit. They came in together. They came in together. So, the battle of the pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. We know Nicky came in first. Jasko second. We'll see how that one unfolds. We're on board with Scotty now, who may need to pit. I'm not too sure. But at the minute, let's have a look. Both boys not into their actual grid spots yet, so Scotty's going to come around and take the race lead with Home in close proximity. Jasko in and out, very quick stop. It's jumped Nicky in the pits. Jasko's jumped Nicky in the pits. Scotty and Home are through on track 2. Wow, Scotty P1, Home P2. Jasko jumps Nicky in the pit, and Bruce is involved in all this too. Nicky really losing out in the pit. So Bruce is onto the back end of Jasko. It's a repeat of race 2 at the minute. Home's trying to hunt down Scotty in P1. And you can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. 22 laps into this race. P1 to P4. 4 seconds. 4 seconds in it between our front runners here over the last podium spots. Any one of these boys could win it. Scotty at the minute is leading the way. In the background, Jasko's been chased down by Bruce. And I think that is Nicky. Nicky, of course, came in front of Jasko into the pit stops. Not quite sure what happened. Jasko with the quicker stop, though, definitely. So into the Mercedes arena, onto the brakes. Scotty very good there. Then again, so was Home. Wow! So P1 to P5. And Bruce gets sideways. He managed to hold it. Is Nicky going to be able to have a nibble on the outskirts? I'm not too sure, but back with the race lead at the minute. Look at this. Scotty's going to have to go defensive. He gets squiggly on the outline. This is going to allow Home to come up the inside for the race lead. On to the inside of the track skirt. Turn 12, sorry. Into turn 13. Can Home keep it together through this section of track? Scotty all over the arse end of him now. He's not going to want to give this up. Great driving now. Jasko joins onto the back of him. Back with Scotty there. Onto the bumper. Look at the drive that Home gets out of that corner. Jasko in close proximity. Nicky now trying to attack it looks like an injured Bruce at the minute, struggling with the rears of that car as the grip levels go down. We've got a disconnection. The console's gone. So look at this. P1, P2, P3 all close together. Bruce has come off the back a little bit of these boys, but he's got Nicky up his trumpet. Can't afford to make a mistake now. All the boys super close together. Just got a good lap. Seems to have found his feet again. P1 to P5, 6 seconds on lap 23 of this final round of the season. You can't make this stuff up. Into the heavy braking zone now. Jasko seems to have real good on the brakes there. Has to come out the way a little bit. Scotty really onto the back end of him now. What about Nicky and Bruce? Bruce got it stopped. It's going again. It's good to see. Bruce getting the car back to where he wants it. Home leads from Scotty P2, Jasko P3. This would be a hell of a result for Scotty. Not sure if the Welsh driver from Swansea needs to pit again, but wow, this is going to be such an intriguing end to this. Hopefully, Scotty and Jasko can sort themselves out and give Home an actual run here, because these two fighting, defending the line from each other is going to allow Home to get away from him. And Scotty does struggle on the exit there. And Jasko's up the side of Scotty. Do they give each other the room? A little bit of paint contact between them all, but Jasko's through. A little aggressive from our Bosnian driver, but it's as you weren't. He's lost the back end. He's lost the back end coming out of turn 14. Jasko's going again. Scotty into the pit. I suspected he did need to make a pit stop, and Jasko's round again. We've got a yellow flag into sud curve. Yellow flag, turn 16. Yellow flag, turn 16. Has Nicky managed to get it? He has. Jasko's going to have to get going again from a P2 of the race, ladies and gentlemen. Jasko, VR, sideways through that section of track. Back with Home. What a gap he's managed to get through trials and tribulations. Bruce now into P2. Nicky behind him too. Wow. Scotty just about going again, and in the background, Jasko has managed to get it going again. Jasko's got a lap and a half to try and catch up on the back end of Nicky to get a podium spot. He's fought his heart out tonight, but he's lost a bit of ground to the front runners here. Bruce has really got the hammer down at the minute, a full second quicker than Nicky last time around. What's happening with Andy? Andy and Scotty, side by side. Scotty out of the pit. Is Scotty going to lose another position? Andy on the outside, of light touch by the boys through that section of the track. Out at turn 4. Scotty up the trumpet now of Andy. This is going to be fascinating onto the run down the power roller into turn 6. Andy tries to get out the draft. He's doing a good job of it. Scotty not interested about tucking in behind him. See what they're like into the braking zone. Massive fight on here for P5. Scotty pulls out the draft. Does Andy see him? Just about give each other the room. They definitely reacted to one another. And Scotty's got a good drive out that corner. We're going to have to go on to the roof. Scotty into the draft now of the yellow Lamborghini. It's been Lamborghini versus Lamborghini. I'm so glad you've joined us on the YouTube channel. Thank you for leaving your comments. We're going to have to go trackside. Andy goes very wide for that section of track. The Rain Man from Swansea's through. Can he hold on to P5? He's got Andy. Andy's side was in the background. You could hear the Lamborghini dropping. Hopefully he's not going to lose time because he's got Travon coming up on that section of track too. He's going to have the run on him. Back with our race leader. Home seems to have it on the last lap of the race now. This is it for Season 2 of the Rubbins Racing League. P1 at the minute for Home. Can he hold on? Keep it clean. That's all he needs to do. Bruce P2 at the minute. Fantastic. Kept it clean. Kept his nose out of trouble. Nicky P3, and he's definitely earned the fight tonight, but he has a Jasko VR closing in on him. However, last time around he was only 3 attempts quicker. Nicky, can he hold on for a podium spot? This will be unprecedented as we're watching Travon and Andy now. Andy made a small mistake coming out of turn 10. That's the second time tonight he's made that mistake. So struggling a little bit with the balance of the car as the temperature drops and the sun goes in, and again he's lost the back end of the car. Where's Champ in all of this? He's going to claim that position too. No, he's not. He's going to surely have to run on Andy down this section of track, so Andy's going to drop down to P8, back with Bruce. What's he up to? Physically see how far Home has gone in front of these guys. Nicky now coming into the same section of track, and where is Jasko? Still a couple of seconds behind, so if Nicky can keep it clean, he's going to hold on for a well-deserved podium spot. But Jasko driving his heart out tonight too. These two so close to one another, but I believe we're going to have Home coming up. We'll keep on board quickly with these boys as they went in the hairpin. It's As You Were. Back on board with Home. He's going to take on P1 barring any mistakes. Into the last turn, turn 16, the sud curve. He comes across the line. He's run the sprint. He's now won the feature. Great racing by Home. Good outing by our man there. Across the line. Bruce has picked up P2. He's picked up the pieces when necessary. And that's a fantastic result there from our man. Nicky P3. A hell of a job there. He's going to have a smile from ear to ear. Jasko in the background dropping a little bit of time to the boys there. P4 it's going to be. If he managed to get across the line, he's not quite there yet. Where is Scotty? Too far away to do anything. Hopefully Jasko managed to get it going again. He does. Scotty is going to bring it home in P5. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Scotty, our man from Swansea, the Rain Man himself, P5. Well done, buddy. Well done. Travon with a well-earned P6. Pushed Andy into a small mistake coming around there. P6. Look at this. Scott, Andy and Champ side by side, and Champ takes it. Andy gets very sideways for that section of track. Hang on a minute, he's got Dennis right behind him. Can he get home in that position? I think he just about comes home, does Andy? There he does. Dennis with a good outing, fantastic to watch, and Effie's going to bring up the last place of the night, top 10. Well done, boys. Thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel. There we have it, final race of the season. It's been an absolute firecracker. Congratulations to Home, congratulations to Bruce, and well done, Nicky, on his first podium of the season. Jasko just missing out. Scotty, Travon, Champ, Andy, Dennis and Effie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for supporting us on the YouTube channel. From all of us here at Rubbins Racing, peace.